Blessed day, friends and family. Yeah, here enjoying this beautiful morning in Dan Grieger Belize. Wanted to share again, my thoughts about P. Diddy. I've been trained through my experience of learning and growing to look at things holistically and from a point of view of understanding. And please understand, I want to say this because I know people are going to twist whatever they want to twist into saying I support or no, I don't support what the man did, as far as beating up people, drugging people, and none of that, you know what I'm saying, taking advantage of people. I don't support none of that, player. I come from the streets, and I wouldn't want you to do that to me or anyone in my family, so I'm going to let you know I don't support any of that. But again, want to look at things from a holistic perspective. And right now, what I want to analyze is the era of which he came from. He came from an era, the same era, we're about the same age. So he came from an era where, dark-skinned men like ourselves, we wasn't too popular, bruh. We wasn't too popular. The women was light-skinned men, regardless how handsome, you see how handsome I am? Regardless how handsome we were, yeah, they was really into light-skinned men at that time. And so I could understand to a degree, right? To a degree where women started choosing him, you know what I'm saying? To do whatever he wanted to do. He wanted them to do whatever he wanted them to do, they was willing to do it. And that stuff just went to his head. You know what I'm saying? That stuff just went to his head. And yeah, unfortunately for him, he didn't have the right people around him to let him know, bro, okay, man, have fun, but the drugging and the raping and allegedly whatever, you know what I'm saying, the taking advantage of people when they're unconscious, man, we doing a little bit too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But at the same time, want to get people to really look at the dude, the era he came from, us as a people. That level of success, I would say, has never been obtained. Yes, we've had Michael Jackson, Lil Richie. We had a lot of them, that was able to obtain that level of success. And I applaud the man for that. You know what I'm saying? I applaud the man for that. At the same time, what mechanism can we put in place to teach those that want to continue to gain that level of success? And again, I'm gonna give the man his props because that's what we as men is out here to do, to provide for our family, and he did that. The generations of Combs, if his children are able to build on his legacy, they're good, so got to give him his props for that. But what type of mechanism, and not just, but more importantly, I'm gonna have to say in the African American community, because where are we coming from? Slavery, Jim Crow, and just being denied our basic human rights to enjoy our life. Where are we coming from, and where are we going, and how are we going to protect each other, when we able to obtain that level of success? How are we going to prevent that from happening again? Because you best understand, it doesn't stop with P. Diddy. He didn't invent that. And it doesn't stop with him. It's still going on now. So I would hate to see anybody else, get caught up in that type of stuff, but I'm quite sure it's not going to stop now. So those of them that's living that life, you got to be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is a learning experience for you to tighten up and to stop doing some of that stuff that y'all are doing. Because, like I said, it didn't start with him. It didn't start with him. But unfortunately, he took it to a level that it shouldn't have went, you know? And there was nobody in his circle that could stop him from doing what he wanted to do. And then he had the money, so he was able to influence others or pay others to do what he wanted them to do, despite whether them knowing right or wrong. The money talk, man. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the situation turned out to be what it was. But P. Diddy, hip-hop. Hip-hop is, what, 30, 40 years old? You know, 50 at the most. And, you know, I grew up with hip-hop. You know, saw where it came from, really street music, you know, in New York, really street music. And so whatever city you from, you know, back during the beginning of hip hop, we pretty much had like the same culture growing up. And so the man did big. You know what I'm saying? The man did big. And my opinion, he's the biggest thing in hip hop. He can actually take this crown and say, yeah, the king of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so with that being said, what do we do with that legacy? What do we do with their legacy? Yeah, he'll never get away with the things that he did to the people, the women, the men. Never get away with that. But what about what he was able to accomplish? And then again, the brothers that's doing the same thing now, how do we encourage them to stop? You know, at least I'm gonna say, I mean, enjoy your life, bro. You earned the money. You know, what you choose to do with your thing, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna say, you couldn't do that to my family member, man. You couldn't do that to my family member, and I don't think you should do it to anybody else's. You know. So yeah, just you know, be a little bit more careful about the things that you do, and understand that life is about growing up. Learn from your experiences and continue to grow. It ain't about us, it's about the next generation. One love, and subscribe to the channel, please. Listen easy.